Hello, and welcome back. BERSERK Vol.6. Now, I've noticed the error of my ways when it comes to doing these reviews. I kind of give a summary, which I should just say praising and critiquing what should be in there and not just doing a plot summary. I know. I wasn't really into it last time. I apologize. This time I'm going to full-blown energy. Got my cup of coffee. Got my pussy right beside me. My cat. And, here we go. Now, I gotta say, now this is really getting good. This is really where the conflict is flying around in this issue between two warring class factions of. It's kind of a subtle war between of a class dispute of the mercenaries bleeding into this empire of people of aristocrats and like that. It's really kind of neat that way, which that there's underhanded deals and secret assassination plans, poison-tipped arrows during events, and just make it look like an accident. I love those type of things, you know. Whispers between the crowds of people. I love that idea. It really goes well, and it pulls off really well of like of one guy in there who is an advisor who is underplaying, trying to play both sides of it, and who is thinking that himself is smart, and he's actually, you know, playing both sides of the field. He's not as skillfully a puppet master, say, as Palpatine, but he tries. In here, Griffith becomes knighted, or was that the one before? I think it was this one where he becomes knighted, and he becomes a sir, and the king wants them to be the new main army of the Band of the Hawk, and was it the White Dragon Knights? They're the ones who. It's a fun thing in this book series that there's a lot of the kind of, let's say, clans of knights have very extravagant and just crazy names. I love it. Like the Band of the Hawk. That's very, you know, normal in regards to some, like the purple armored rhino squadron. I remember that from the anime. And like the lightning ram sheep people, or some very extravagant and weird. It's like they're very cumbersome to say. It's like, can't you call yourself the clan of the Grey Wolf? There's a Rue drop right there. Check out Clan of the Grey Wolf. Great website. Does 16-bit gems. Funny guy, Rue, he is. You know, why you listen to my shit? Listen to him. Now, in here, Griffith is, really, where did this happen? What's the sequence of events? Well, in here, that Griffith really goes through Griffith is really bleeding into this and really playing up the side of the princess of the king. It's very sweet, but later on we'll find that it's quite sinister, and he has his motivations, which are very much dire to everyone else's situation except for him. It's very off-putting and weird for a person who is so genuine to his friends. But in here, Guts, the main character, he's really going through inner turmoil through the really ambiguous things, the morally ambiguous things that Griffith tells him to ask, like these side missions, kind of a assassin, if you will. And this really tears him up inside because he just wants to be himself on the battlefield, doing his job, doing whatever it takes for him to survive, and kind of carve himself in existence while doing these things. Really, you know, he doesn't really want to show it, but it's really tearing him up inside, and I find that, you know, he's definitely the Byronic hero of most. In here, Casca really comes to her own after the volumes before this. She just comes off as a bitch, of just uncaring, unsympathetic, and just really like a dog at Griffith's heel, you know. She's very codependent toward him, you know. It's the only thing that she, you know, Griffith is like the only person outside of her family that actually cared for her, and that really she has to really have to, you know, come into her own. The fuck? I'm sorry, I'm watching Dino Lab on Discovery. Weird fucking creature. Anyway, ADD kicking in. Derp. Anyway, it just really comes around. And Griffith and not Griffith, Guts and Casca really do have a sweet bonding moment in a comradeship, and it's really quite genuine, and it starts the seeds of their really later on relationship. And yeah, spoiler, they get together later on down the road, but there's really not really much else for Guts to have a romantic interest but her. And it's kind of nice. We get an origin story for Casca. It's very much, this is, there's battling in here, but it is not as extravagant as usual. It is more so that takes a backseat to the character development that this volume really sets forth, and I like that. And I gotta say, this so far is probably up there with my favorite ones, because a lot of dark shit happens here. It's berserk, dark shit always happens, but in here, especially to Guts, what he has to do for Griffith is very, very dark. I know lots of words. I could say dark 25 times. Aside from that, I love this. I can't wait. I'm so happy the series is still going. I think they're on 36. Oh, or even more. I don't know. I think they're just like translating right now to chapter, which I don't like reading chapter to chapter. I like having volumes, Chapters are like issues, It's confusing. I read mangas, okay? I read fancy colored, reading coloring books. Anyway, great issue, loved it, highest praise. And coming up is what's up after this part? Oh, it's been a while since my second reading. I don't know. I'll review it when I get to it. May the forces of evil become confused on the way to your house. Bye.